From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Only a month into office and already campaigning? Why this politician is getting a head start on the race to get reelected.
With tax season underway, everyone hopes for an easy filing process, but unnecessary penalties may be a reality for some. What you need to know to prevent extra fees.
And eyes on the borders, the new tower being used to monitor illegal travel into the state.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Brenda Carrasco.
And I'm Lauren Hanley. Thanks for joining us. After winning a hotly contested election in November, Martha McSally is probably still unpacking boxes in Washington. But as Nihal Krishan reports, even though we're 21 months away from the next election, the Tucson representative is already thinking about her next campaign.
Martha McSally was sworn into office a little over a month ago. But this weekend, she looked more like Martha McSally, the candidate, when she begins fundraising for her next campaign.
I mean, money really does have a lot to do with winning. And the cost of election has increased every year. The total cost of election has increased. Just today we released a report. The total cost of the 2014 election was $3.7 billion. It's the most expensive midterm ever.
The need for officials like McSally to be constantly raising money year-round has become the new norm in politics. Building a war chest now gives the Tucson Republican the best chance of getting reelected next year.
There's always a desire to raise a lot of money right out of the gate because, again, that shows, that you're this really, powerful, commanding presence on the Hill, out in D.C. and also back at home.
McSally did not respond to requests for comment on the fundraiser, where entry is at least $250 a head. But her latest FEC filing shows she currently has more than $360,000 in the bank before this weekend's fundraiser. In the nation's capital, Nihal Krishan, Cronkite News.
An Arizona Senate committee has voted for a measure that would ask voters to eliminate the Citizens Clean Elections Commission. Senator Steve Pearce's proposed SCR 1001 would move the nearly $9 million in yearly clean elections funding to help fund schools instead. Canceling the Clean Elections Commission would eliminate public campaign funds and independent enforcement of campaign finances. The Senate and House will vote on the resolution before it goes on the ballot.
The state of Arizona is asking for more time to comply with new standards from the Environmental Protection Agency. Arizona Corporation Commission Chairman Susan Bitter-Smith told the Federal Energy Regulatory Committee that the Clean Power Plan proposal would force closure of all coal power plants in the state by 2020. She testified yesterday that Arizona needs more time to comply with the EPA's Clean Power Plan.
Arizona certainly is doing their best efforts, but we need more time to look at opportunities. We do not have enough transmission resources in Arizona to change out coal-fired plants to gas-fired plants. We certainly don't have the money to build new nuclear plants.
The EPA will finalize the Clean Power Plan proposal this upcoming summer.
With tax season in full swing, people everywhere are looking for a smooth filing process. But for those in the U.S. under President Obama's Deferred Action Program, misinformation is causing many to pay unnecessary penalties.
This is the first year tax preparers are required to ask about health insurance. The Affordable Care Act mandates people in the U.S. to be covered or face penalties. DACA recipients, however, are exempt from this penalty.
Students that have DACA are not allowed to get coverage under the Affordable Care Act. And if you look at either the Affordable Care Act website or the IRS website, it's very clear that the penalty, the tax penalty, doesn't apply to DACA.
Immigration attorney Judy Flanagan says there's confusion about the exemption. DACA recipient Samira Benitez was led to believe by her tax preparer that she would have to pay a penalty for not having insurance.
My tax prep told me that DACAs had to pay a penalty because in 2014 a new law had came in and we fell under that category, so DACAs had to pay a penalty for not having any health coverage.
Tax preparer Eva Beltran says reading that IRS language makes it pretty clear.
If you are a citizen or resident, you must have health insurance. DACA and people who have work permits are not considered residents, so they are not supposed to be paying the penalties for not having health insurance.
Flanagan states the issue may stem from the complexity of immigration in the U.S.
Well, I think part of the problem is that immigration law is a bit complicated, and there are a number of different groups of immigrants that are sort of surprising that you would think wouldn't have to apply under the Affordable Care Act that do, and others that simply don't qualify.
For DACA recipients who have already filed their taxes with the penalty, the IRS grants up to 3 years to amend the incorrect tax form. For more information on tax penalty exemptions, visit healthcare.gov for a complete list.
7 surveillance towers are being built along the Arizona-Mexico border as part of a program called the Integrated Fixed Tower System. Cronkite News sent reporter Imelda Mejia to Nogales to talk with Border Patrol officials about the new measures.
The Integrated Fixed Tower System is a network of 7 towers with cameras going up around Santa Cruz County. But residents near the border are concerned about possible abuse of the technology in the towers.
I just hope that they don't, cross that line from our private lives, and when I say hope, I mean I certainly demand that.
A tower already stands a few miles off the I-19. However, most are concerned about the one under construction near the I-19 checkpoint because of its closeness to homes. But Border Patrol says that particular tower is the most important.
And when we have a checkpoint, it's always good if we can find some way to watch from a high point around the checkpoint to see who's going around it.
Lawson says residents shouldn't worry about invasion of privacy.
And we're looking for what's coming up from the outskirts. We have no interest in what's going on within the community.
Arizona Border Patrol officials say the towers will allow them to see a larger area instead of being concentrated to a tiny little area they would be seeing if they were on foot, by vehicle, or by helicopter. With the GPS in the towers, agents will know the exact spot of smuggling activity.
The advantage of these towers is that the signals from each one of them is being sent to the Nogales Border Patrol station so that one agent can look at the outputs of several towers at the same time.
However, the towers are not expected to be effective for long.
Ultimately, what will probably happen is we'll have a lot of success with these cameras and radar systems until our adversary figures out exactly what they have to do to work around them, and then it's always a game of cat and mouse.
Border Patrol said it will be ready with a plan B when that time comes.
U.S. Customs and Border Patrol officials say they hope to have all towers up by the end of 2016, but they acknowledge that time frame is an aggressive schedule and plans could change depending on how testing goes. From the potential changes in Common Core
to restrictions on gun purchases, we take a look at these and other potential changes in our legislative wrap-up.
And keeping your kids interested in reading, how using humor in libraries could help your kids crack open a book.
This winter, we'll take you to the heart of Downton.
You have to take control of your feelings before they take control of you.
Thomas.
We'll place you at the scene of the crime.
Trouble seeks you out, doesn't it? Yes.
And we'll fly you to the ends of the earth.
Are you seeing this?
Support the one place that can take you any place.
Hi, I'm Beth McDonald, host of 8's brand new show, Arizona Collectibles. Filming for season 2 is right around the corner. For your chance to be a guest on the show, visit us online at azpbs.org/collectibles.
That's wonderful.
Okay. Make sure to sign up early because spots fill up fast. I look forward to meeting you and seeing your treasures. Until then, thanks for watching. Thursday nights at 7:30 on 8 HD.
News doesn't stop on Friday at 7:30 at night. PBS NewsHour Weekend is kind of a natural next step. The NewsHour's been committed to being available on air or online, and now weekdays or weekends. There's no shortage of news that's out there, but why do people come to us? To give them some context and analysis that they can't find somewhere else.
PBS NewsHour Weekend, only on PBS. Check local listings.
Cronkite News is dedicated to following the legislative session.
Here's what you may have missed this week.
Medical amnesty will shield underage students from legal action if they call 911 during an alcohol-induced emergency. The bill, SB 1190, moved on to the Senate Judiciary Committee.
Students filed into the hearing yesterday in support of the bill. The bill's sponsor, Senator Kelly Ward, says the bill protects young people in difficult situations.
It allows people who may have been drinking underage to call 911 if they need help for themselves or for someone else. It's a Good Samaritan law.
The bill now needs to go to the committee of the whole, where all state senators need to vote on the bill. If passed, it'll go back to the House and then to the governor's desk.
The vote wasn't unexpected. A House committee voted to send the bill repealing Common Core to the floor.
This could not only change testing standards, but what your children are taught. Cronkite News reporter Justin McDuffie has reaction from lawmakers and teachers.
Members, by your vote of 5 aye, 2 nay, you have given House Bill 2190 as amended a do pass recommendation.
With that vote, members of the House Education Committee moved a bill along that would strike down the new college and career readiness standards, more commonly known as Common Core.
I have no problem getting rid of Common Core. Let's get our own good standards, and let's test students and make them accountable to those standards.
Senator John Kavanaugh has objected to Common Core and thinks the old standards were adequate. He says the adaptation of these new standards created unnecessary controversy.
Taking imposed standards from outside the state, standards that might necessarily be properly tailored to Arizona's needs, is a mistake.
Supporters of the more rigorous Common Core standards say that many of the aspects are already in place.
In so many ways, teachers were already doing these new advanced standards.
So how will this impact the classroom? That remains to be seen.
I think a lot of teachers are still going to be challenging their students with the more rigorous standards that kids all across the country are learning.
Your tax brackets may soon be adjusted yearly to account for inflation. Last year, a one-year adjustment was made, but Governor Doug Ducey wants the changes to be automatic every year.
The state, Senate, and House bills that would make the changes cut an estimated $4.5 million from income tax revenue. Republicans support the bills, saying it makes fair tax rates. Democrats, on the other hand, are concerned over the cuts and oppose the legislation.
The state of Arizona has some of the most lax gun laws in the nation, but all of that could change with the passing of House Bills 2118 and 2601.
The bills would call for more finely tuned legislation on the state's background checks for firearm sales through the National Instant Criminal Background Check System. Representative Randall Freese is the prime sponsor of the bills and says that these clarifications to background checks won't solve every problem, but let people breathe a little easier.
Will this bill absolutely keep criminals from getting a hold of weapons? No. But it will add a check, it will add a balance, it will add a hurdle, it will add something else to make it that much more difficult for them to do that, and it will also protect the law-abiding gun owner.
While the bills push for tougher restriction on the transactions of firearms, there are certain criteria for weapons transfers that do not require background checks, such as gifts, sporting firearms, and law enforcement purchases.
Any bills that don't make it into the committee by the end of today will not be heard. We'll keep an eye on those that make it into the next steps in the legislature in the coming weeks.
Video games, television screens, social networking, all things that could be keeping your children from hitting the books.
Reporter Mariah Ellis visited the Phoenix Public Library to see what you can do to help.
As your children get older, they're spending less time reading and more time looking at screens.
Oh, you mean TV?
Yeah, like TV.
Oh, huge, huge.
According to Scholastic's Kids and Family Reading Report, some children read as little as 5 books in 1 year. The study also found that parents wish their child would spend less time looking at things like laptops and television screens. The Phoenix Public Library is doing what they can to encourage kids to pick up a book.
We really want to associate reading with something positive.
The library has their annual summer reading program and is currently doing their winter reading program where kids are rewarded for the time they spend reading.
20 minutes a day for 30 days in a row, and that's to help make reading a habit.
But the best way to help your child?
We have a princess book that we're reading currently, and then we have another book that we read
at night.
Yeah, we read at night.
Scholastic says simply reading with your child can make reading more enjoyable.
If kids see reading as something fun, something that they want to do with their family or with their brothers and sisters, grandma, grandpa, any grown-up, important grown-up in their life that is a role model, they're going to continue to do it.
So where can you start? What do kids like? According to Scholastic and the Phoenix Public Library, kids are more likely to pick up something that's funny.
Especially when they can have that interaction with a grown-up and have both of them laughing together. I think that's really a really important part.
It's important to learn, but most importantly, bond. The #1 reason that children love to read with their parents is the time spent with them. In Phoenix, Mariah Ellis, Cronkite News.
The winter reading program will continue through the end of February at the Phoenix Public Library.
It's hard to believe that one little bug can have such a harmful impact.
What is being done to combat the problem and protect a multi-million-dollar industry?
And smarter water usage, why SRP is playing Candid Camera to monitor one of our most valuable water resources.
For veterans, coming back to civilian life brings new challenges, new opportunities, and new stories of remarkable courage and accomplishment. Sharing their stories can help communities understand the veteran experience, and through Arizona Veterans Coming Home, 8 connects veterans and their families to resources and services for a successful transition to civilian life. Explore some of the best resources and opportunities for veterans at azpbs.org/veterans. Arizona Veterans Coming Home, connecting Arizona's veterans to the right resources at the right time. Watch sneak previews of what's coming soon to 8. Go to azpbs.org/previews today. Arizona PBS, a community service of Arizona State University, delivers new ideas and new worlds to the explorer in you.
A tiny bug is threatening one of Arizona's 5 Cs, citrus. The Asian citrus psyllid puts Arizona's multi-million-dollar citrus industry at risk. This week, the Arizona Department of Agriculture announced a small part of Maricopa County near Gila Bend is now quarantined. Ariel Rose talked to a Valley nursery about the problem.
The Asian citrus psyllid is tiny, smaller than the tip of a sharpened pencil, but it's a big problem.
It can transmit citrus greening disease, which is a bacteria that's always fatal to citrus trees.
Although the insect was discovered in the state in 2009, this is the first time it's reached Maricopa County. That's not a surprise to Valley Nursery owner Brian Blake.
Was kind of anticipating it happening.
The bug can travel easily on fruit, clippings, and on the trees themselves.
Right now I can't import trees from growers in California and that I would normally be purchasing nursery stock from. I can't purchase those trees and bring them to the state because they could possibly have the vector on the plants.
Being able to purchase trees for landscape isn't the only problem. The quarantine limits shipping fruit as well.
Since we see it now hop, skip, and jump to Gila Bend, that we know it's another hop, skip, and jump into downtown Phoenix here.
We primarily in Arizona export lemons, and lemons go from Arizona and California throughout the world, and for most all of the United States. So it would affect my livelihood as a lemon grower.
The Department of Agriculture is also worried about the impact on the economy.
You have to consider the number of jobs that are created, not only to work the citrus groves, but also the industries that support that industry itself.
This also affects the productivity of our state's $37 million citrus industry. In Phoenix, Ariel Rose, Cronkite News.
If you want more information on how to keep your own citrus trees safe from the pest, you can log on to saveourcitrus.org.
New technology is helping SRP track river and stream flow like they never could before. Cronkite News reporter Jason Holmes shows us how live cameras are giving a new perspective.
The water in the Salt River actually comes from Arizona's high country, making the trip hundreds of miles. But how much gets here depends on many factors now being studied by Salt River Project. They call their project Flotography.
As a participant in the Forest Restoration Initiative, SRP has taken an active role in developing the science used to determine baseline conditions.
Flotography is about an instrument that we developed to photograph what's happening at streams across SRP's watershed.
Lee developed Flotography 3 years ago as he wanted to make it easier for water managers to track conventional water depth data. The technology is simple and inexpensive, consisting of both time-lapse cameras and in-stream visual staff gauges. Flotography helps SRP monitor stream flow conditions and to better understand the overall watershed conditions, and that's important as that water, shown here in the Salt River behind me, winds up down in the valley. More than 100 flotography systems are now in place across SRP's watershed area, which includes the Verde and Salt Rivers. The cameras take pictures every 15 minutes, resulting in over 35,000 images per site per year.
We're currently using it to monitor baseline forest conditions and identify ephemeral stream flow activity in areas that have been never measured before.
SRP is the largest water provider to the greater Phoenix metropolitan area, so it's important for them to be able to monitor and understand their watershed, and photography helps them do just that.
It ultimately leads to water behind the dams that leads to water in the valley here.
Taking a look at our current radar picture out there right now, you can actually see we do have some high clouds streaming in across the state. Generally the sun is out there a little bit, but again, just some high passing clouds and even a few rain showers trying to take their place in the southern part of the state. If you take a look at those temperatures though, you can see those clouds and that rain not really keeping those temperatures down. We're still at a pretty nice 75 here in Phoenix, all the way up to 80 there in Yuma and 56 up there at the Grand Canyon. Temperatures zooming in a little closer here to the valley, again low to mid 70s across the area, 75 in Tempe, 72 in Mesa, and 72 in Goodyear, and also 72 in Scottsdale. Those current conditions, we're at a dew point of just 31, humidity is down at just 20%. Not expecting any rainfall here in the valley, although again there are a few showers off to the south. Tonight, expect partly cloudy skies and a low down to 54, and your 5-day forecast is looking pretty great. A little bit cooler than we've been the last couple of days with those temperatures falling into the low 70s by the beginning of next week. For Cronkite Weather, I'm Jason Holmes.
The Suns faced a hectic trade deadline this Thursday.
And now the team is going through a roster makeover. Coming up from reaction from the front office.
And their last regular season as a club team is ending with a bang. What the future looks like for ASU hockey.
Should I believe in the world, Mama?
I think so.
Should I give up and hide, or should I stay and fight? Should I believe in the rules, Mama?
What are the consequences?
Can I speak out my mind in these changing times? I don't know what to believe, Mama.
Will you march with us?
There's a fire inside, there's a storm on the rise. Give me the reason to be, Mama.
Buonasera.
'Cause I need someone to believe in.
The world is more complicated than it's ever been.
The NewsHour is always going to take you deeper and take you broader.
And that is worth fighting for.
Night after night, 7 days a week.
I'm Maria Hinojosa.
I'm Gwen Eiffel. And I'm Judy Woodruff.
On behalf of all of us here, thanks for watching.
At ASU, we believe the most important semester is the one that starts after you get your diploma, the one called life. So we work hard to help our alumni thrive, teaching them the importance of not only achieving their goals, but exceeding them. With innovative programs that embrace hands-on learning, that encourages real-world growth. Our alumni know it can be the education of a lifetime, for a lifetime. For more information, thrive.asu.edu.
Cronkite News is proud to join the Arizona PBS News Block here on 8HD.
Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
Coming up after Cronkite News, it's Arizona Horizon's Journalists Roundtable. State lawmakers move to kill Common Core standards, and we'll have the latest on the dust-up involving the state schools chief and the Board of Education.
I'm Judy Woodruff. On the next NewsHour, escape the winter blues and explore a palm tree refuge in Hawaii created by renowned poet W.S. Merwin.
The Phoenix Suns were among the busiest teams involved in yesterday's NBA trade deadline, headlined by the trade of Goran Dragic to the Miami Heat. General Manager Ryan McDonough and the President of Basketball Operations, Lon Babby, took to the podium to address members of the media on the current state of the Suns roster.
All three of our trades didn't get finalized until about the last 10 minutes before the deadline. So as you can imagine, it was a bit chaotic trying to juggle all that, but at the end of the day, we're extremely happy with how it turned out.
We're anxious to get back in the playoffs, and our players know that, and our players are anxious to get back in the playoffs. So we didn't do this with the expectation that we would not make the playoffs. We expect to be competing right up to the very end.
Like most Sun Devil athletics, the ASU hockey team takes its games against the U of A Wildcats very seriously. But changes to the team's place in the world of college hockey might bring changes to the rivalry as well. Cronkite News reporter Rebecca Wynn explains.
While Arizona State hockey is making history by joining the NCAA next season, one thing that may not be in the team's future is their biggest series of the year, against U of A, a rivalry that has helped shape their identity and provided lasting memories, like for senior Foz Khan, who will never forget his first game against the Wildcats.
I got one-on-one with the goalie and put it in for the game winner, and that was probably one of my biggest moments in U of A, and it really showed me what the rivalry is all about. It was pretty crazy to see, and ever since then, it's been the biggest 8 games of the year.
The Sun Devils will be going down to Tucson this weekend, and this series with the Wildcats may mean more to both teams than ever before.
We'd like to think U of A has a little jealousy, like with the old rivalry, us going D1, but I think for the seniors and the guys a part of this organization, and even the coaches, I think it's a big weekend for us just to seal off the season before Nationals.
Besides hoping to close out their regular season with a big win against down south rival U of A, Sun Devil Hockey has their eyes set on a much bigger prize, becoming back-to-back national champions, the perfect way to close out the ACHA era and begin their transition into D1.
Going into the season ranked number 1 and leaving ranked number 1 going into Nationals was a big goal of ours, and we succeeded that, but that's just only a milestone, and we really want to repeat because, that's extremely hard. So that's our final goal.
The Sun Devils will head to their last ACHA National Championship on March 4th. In Phoenix for Cronkite News, I'm Rebecca Wynn.
The ACHA Hockey National Tournament will be held in Cleveland, Ohio. The Sun Devils are the tournament's top seed. And that's it for Cronkite News tonight.
Thanks for joining us. Good night.